thanking one of the finest members of Congress that we have, Bobby Scott. Get up, Bobby. I want to thank Catherine DeVoe, not just for introducing me, but for being a nurse and doing great work in healthcare each and every day. I want to thank Mayor Joe Frank of Newport News. I want to thank Alton Glass, President of Steelworkers Local 8888. Steelworkers Local in the United States of America. I want to acknowledge a great congressional candidate, Clinton Nye, who's here. And finally, I want to make sure, I know you've heard it before, but I'm going to say it again. I want everybody to get registered by Monday. Go to your local registrar's office. Go to www.voteforchange.com if you need information about where to go. But get registered. You cannot sit this election out. It is too important. How many people are still not registered? Raise your hands. I know you can't. I got it all. You didn't change your address. Alright, you got to come keep back here. Get to work. On November 4th.
We ready.
Alright. Well, listen, everybody. We're just a month to go until Election Day. I know you've all been hearing a lot about politics out here in Virginia. I know you've been seeing a lot of ads. You've been getting a lot of calls. You've been reading a lot about this election in the newspaper. But being here today to talk to you about health care, that's what I'm going to talk about today, the health care crisis. This isn't politics for me. This is personal.
It's personal.
I'm thinking today about my mother. She died of ovarian cancer at the age of 53. She fought valiantly. She endured the pain and chemotherapy with grace and good humor. But I'll never forget how she spent her final months of her life. At a time when she should have been focused on getting well. At a time when she should have been taking stock of her life and taking comfort from her family. She was lying in a hospital bed fighting with her insurance company because they didn't want to cover her treatment. They claimed that her cancer was a pre-existing condition, so maybe they didn't have to pay. So I know something about the heartbreak caused not just by a loved one being sick, but by our broken healthcare system. I know something about the anxiety of families hanging on by a thread as premiums have doubled these past 8 years. They're going into debt. More than half of all personal bankruptcies caused in part by medical bills. I know about the frustration of nearly 40% of small business owners who can no longer afford to insure their employees. Folks who work day and night but have to lay people off or shut their doors for good because of rising health care costs. I know the outrage we all feel about 45 million Americans who don't have health insurance. Kids who can't see a doctor when they're sick. Parents cutting their pills in half and praying for the best. Folks who wind up in the emergency room in the middle of the night because they've got nowhere else to turn. I know this is not who we are. This is not who we are as Americans. We're not a country where young women I met should have to work the night shift after a full day of college and still not be able to pay the medical bills for her sister. That's not who we are. America's not a country where I should be meeting a man who had to file for bankruptcy after he had a stroke because he faced nearly $200,000 in medical costs that he couldn't afford and his insurance company didn't cover. That's not right. That's not who we are.
That's not right.
We're much better.
Not only is it not right, it ain't right.
It ain't right.
It ain't right.
We are a country that rewards hard work and and perseverance, with debt and with worry. We've never been a country that lets major challenges go unsolved and unaddressed. And we are tired of watching as year after year, candidates offer up detailed health care plans with great fanfare and promise, only to see them crushed under the weight of Washington politics and drug and insurance lobbying once the campaign is over. That is not who we are. That is not who we have to be. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
The time is now.
We know that change is possible. We've seen it across this country as governors and legislators have moved ahead of Washington to pass bold health care initiatives on their own. We see people across the spectrum, doctors and patients, unions and businesses, Democrats, Republicans, nurses, coming together around this issue. Because at a time when rising costs have put too many families and businesses on a collision course with financial ruin, left too many without coverage at all, they know that Band-Aids and half measures just won't do. All of you know it as well. Let me see a show of hands. How many people don't have health insurance? How many people know somebody who doesn't have health insurance? How many people have seen a family member of themselves denied because they said it was a pre-existing condition? Everybody knows that the healthcare system's not working.
I ain't Susan.
Now I know at this moment, when we stand in the midst of a serious economic crisis, some might ask, how can we afford to focus on healthcare? We just had this big rescue package. Unemployment is up. The economy is weakening. Well, let's be clear. The rescue package we just passed in Congress isn't the end of what we need to do to fix our economy. It's just the beginning of what we need to do. Because contrary to what my opponent John McCain says, the fundamentals of our economy are not strong.
He's out of touch. He's out of touch.
The fundamentals of our economy are weak.
Yes.
And we've got to address those fundamentals and address them right now.
Time is now.
In other words, the question isn't how we can afford to focus on healthcare. The question is how can we afford not to?